It's been a couple days since we've had a Canon Catchings update, but Cartel Canon has completed his first visit since he has reopened his recruitment. Any guesses where that visit was, Cart?
Was it over to our guys over in Provo?
Oh, it sure as hell was, my friend. It sure was. Yeah,
Uh,
he was soaking up the sun over in Provo, at Brigham Young University, Canon Catchings. There's some smoke here. There's some smoke here that I think we've been on the front end of, but there's some smoke here that this can be wrapped up sooner rather than later. Now, sometimes when you visit a place, you're hoping to like secure a commitment quickly. This would be very quick if he quickly committed to BYU. Again, he put out last week, yeah, I want to see Florida State. I want to see Tennessee. He has visited BYU, left BYU, and the latest I've heard is that, yeah, I'm still looking to visit Florida State and Tennessee. As far as I know, as of this morning, Thursday, June 13th. You know what Canon Catchings hasn't done, Cart?
seen those places.
Scheduled a visit to Florida State or Tennessee. I don't know about you, but like practices are starting. It would seem like pretty urgent for schools to try and get a recruit on campus if you're trying to get him on your team this year. I don't think he has anything lined up here. Maybe this is an overread by me. It could change with a snap of a finger, but I'm kind of interpreting this like he visited BYU, says he wants to see the others. Why hasn't he lined up a visit to the others?
Yeah, schools are releasing hype videos from practices already in session. So like I understand there's scheduling things that happen with these kids and their families and whoever attends the visits with them. But like if you really wanted to get this underway, get this going, the visit would at least be scheduled. Like, I want a vacation to Greece or Europe or somewhere over there. You know where I'm at? I'm in Florida. Like it is what it is. I don't have anything scheduled there. So the fact that he already visited BYU, I think all signs point to the inevitable that's about to happen. That he's gonna be speaking Cougar soon.
Yeah, we got Benjamin Criddle, who is a host with ESPN who covers BYU
What
sports.
what a name! Benjamin Criddle had no choice but to be an ESPN person.
Ben Criddle special. Yeah, he covers BYU for ESPN. And he quoted friend of our show, Joe Jackson. Joe Jackson had the Canon Catchings basically Twitter thread, a whole film thread. Joe does great film work on all of these players in the Big Ten. And this is from back in May. He had done Canon Catchings. And Ben Criddle quote tweets it and says, if you haven't already, you may want to get to know four-star Canon Catchings, ...
Hmm.
That's him speaking to his 30,000 BYU fan followers. Do you think that that's Ben Criddle in the know on an impending development here?
Let's just say I'm no Ben Criddle. I'm no ESPN guy. If I had some information about an MSU player that was about to, or an MSU recruit that was about to commit, that would be something I would tweet out possibly.
Yeah. So I was trying to look in and see if there's anything specific that came out of this man's visit to BYU other than just, hey, he visited. The most of the write-ups on the visit, like everything says it went super positive, but also like every visit write-up ever has said it's gone super positive. So there was nothing specific that's like mind-blowing that happened here. There was some speculation from a couple different sites of like what exactly is being promised to Canon Catchings. And I did find it notable that like multiple sites that were reporting on this visit basically said Canon is likely a starter for BYU. Like coming from the development where he left Purdue over reported wants of promises of a role, it feels like BYU is essentially offering that role. And we speculated they would do that, but like, do you think it's as simple as like he visited BYU and Kevin Young is just like, yep, you're starting for us. We're going to feature you.
I don't know if it's that simple. But I definitely think that was a talking point that was stated along with some money discussions that I think took place.
Mm.
Some zero zeros
How
that were
much
discussed.
how much money does BYU have? Like, do they have limitless funds at this point?
You know what? I know we're not in the exact know on teams, NILs, and things like that, but from everything I'm hearing, is that BYU's got bags, like actual like massive bags.
What do you think? Okay, let's say you're the GM of BYU basketball and you paid, what do we think, like 1.5 to Igor Demon?
Mm-hmm.
What's your offer to Canon Catchings?
Well, I think at this point, I don't know if you really take the money with you. I feel like the NIL funding, I don't know how it works. I don't know if there's like rollover or something like that, but I think you make a pretty solid offer depending on what your pool is, because this is probably the last piece that you're gonna add. But like, not to go bag for bag with other schools, but if Bryson Tucker is getting 700K from Indiana, I would say Canon Catching should be around there, maybe a little bit less.
I think that seems low.
Are we talking about? Are we getting up there towards the million number? He making more than Chucky?
I mean, if they offered him seven figures, I think he'd already be a verbal commit to BYU. So I guess you never know. But I don't know. If BYU really has the money like that, like let's wrap this up sooner rather than later. You don't want this to drag out, you know?
Yeah. So, are we getting like BYU TV this year, or how are you going to make sure that we're streaming every game? Because I don't know if they're going to be on ESPN all the time.
My old cable package had BYU TV. It was the best.
It had the Latter-day Saints network, huh?
Yeah, it did. Do you think that he visits Florida State or Tennessee?
No,
Me either.
no. I think it'll be a Cougar by a couple of days.
Lost in all this is the fact that I am truly going to love watching this team. Igor Devin and Canon Catchings is so fun.
Can we get jerseys?
We can definitely get jerseys.
Okay.
The NBA draft is coming up, and I've got something awesome for you. We are partnering with the people at NBA 2K Lab. NBA 2K is the best video game on earth. The people at 2K Lab are making some awesome stuff to make that game even more fun, and they just launched their 2024 NBA Draft Simulator, where you can find the official Sleepers Media big board. We ranked our top 75 players in this draft class. Me, Carter, Brian Ralph, Riley Davis. We did it together, and it is featured on the 2K Lab NBA Draft Simulator. You can take control of any team in the draft, play GM with just one click, and see our entire rankings before these videos even come out. Check out the link in the description of this video to try out the draft sim for yourself, and you can find more mini games at nba2klab.com/NBA-mini-games.